Coming up, we'll recap the team's playoff run, visit with hard-hitting Terrier and NHL star Mike Grier, and take a look back at this season's best moments. This is BU Terriers All Access. Round one of the Hockey East playoffs kicked off for the BU Terriers with a best-of-3 playoff series against the UMass Minutemen. The Minutemen struck first, just 8 minutes into the game.
And it's now down low in front and a goal. Jacobellis.
In the second period, BU got the equalizer.
Nice puck in front and a goal. Beautiful. Bobo Carpenter off the feet from Matt Lane at the back wall.
The Terriers dominated play, outshooting their opponents 41-23 through regulation, and it was on to overtime.
Clunin circles in deep. Clunin for Fortunato through traffic, blocked in front. Goal. Carpenter goal. Bobo Carpenter wins game one for the Terriers.
The next night also proved to be a test for the Terriers.
Backs into the offensive zone, hands it to Greenway. Greenway to the near circle. O'Regan walking in front, puck loose in front and a goal. The Terriers take a 1-0 lead.
We get up 1-0 and we kind of cruise a little bit, then they tie it, then we turn it up a little bit. But we played well when we had to, and that was the key.
Near circle, curls, got a shot there and a goal. Danny O'Regan.
Despite the early lead, it quickly became clear the Minutemen were not going to go quietly. The game continued to swing back and forth in the second.
Greenway against Gallagher in front, O'Regan and a goal. Oh my, the strength of Jordan Greenway.
In the third period, the Minutemen squared things up, but exactly 8 minutes later, BU answered.
O'Regan goes back, McAvoy drags for a shot, blocked. JFK got it back and scores! JFK!
The Terriers sweep the Minutemen. Sean McGuire is solid again, turning aside 32 shots. And senior Danny O'Regan's 4-point night makes him the 18th player in BU history to reach the 150-point mark. With the Terriers' victory over UMass Amherst, BU is off to Lowell, Massachusetts to take on the UMass Lowell Riverhawks. The winner of this best-of-3 series grabs a spot in the Hockey East Championship semifinals. And right away, it's clear this one will be a battle.
Back down. Let me get the puck.
BU gets plenty of chances early, but neither team can break through until the second period, where once again it's the freshman center who opens the scoring.
And Greenway here's Forsbacka Karlsson, he shoots and he scores! Jakob Forsbacka Karlsson gets the Terriers on the board, 1-0 BU!
But the lead is short-lived as the Riverhawks even things up a minute later, this time on the power play. In the third, BU continues to pressure the Riverhawks, dominating the period and getting plenty of chances to even the score. None better than this bid by senior Matt Lane.
He robs him! It stays 1-1!
With less than 9 minutes to play in regulation, the Riverhawks take the lead. Then add another power play goal with under 5 minutes to play to make it 3-1. But BU isn't done just yet.
Here's a shot by Grizzly and he scores! It redirects in front, I think off Carpenter.
As the game winds down, the Terriers press.
It's knocked out to center ice, and the Riverhawks win game one.
But the Riverhawks hold on to take the opener of the series 3-2. In game 2 of the series, it's a different story, as Lowell proves to be too much for the Terriers.
Smith cross in front, scores!
And so there will be no Hockey East Championship for BU this season. Now the team must wait and see where they wind up in the NCAA regionals.
There aren't many teams that are in the national tournament already based on their regular season, and that's because we've had a good year. Not a great year, but we've had a good year. Good enough to already qualify for the national tournament.
They're working on that right now. Here's Bonino shooting, he scores! Nick Bonino's first goal as a Penguin.
It was a really good time in my life. I think growing up in New England and Connecticut, Boston schools were kind of always what you wanted to aspire to. Getting the chance to play there for Coach Parker and Coach Quinn and Coach Bavis, I think was really good for my career, for my development. There's something about BU that I think every kid growing up in New England knows. They've got that kind of aura about them. Walking into Agganis, walking into the facilities in that place, and just seeing the history there, I think I couldn't say no.
It's up along the boards to get to that one. Plays it in front. Score! Bonino's second of the game.
I think the biggest thing at BU is their strength and conditioning program. They packed, 20, 25 pounds of muscle on me, and I felt like when I did make the jump to the NHL, it was that much easier with being able to fill out a little bit and put on some muscle. You want to win a championship. It's nice to be able to have with your team and have those memories to share with them for the rest of your life. Last but not least, the education is great. I left a little early. I've got to finish a little bit, but I think that's something I want to do, and who knows, maybe kick Coach Quinn out in a few years and take over the helm there.
Kessel with Fair and Bonino. Bonino scores. Great shot. Bonino with a goal and 4 assists.
Coming up, we'll catch up with former Terrier Mike Grier, the rugged winger who helped the Terriers win the 1995 National Championship and then went on to play over 1,000 games in the NHL. Stay with us.
And Hossa, Glendenning's one-timer. He scores! Adam Glendenning in his second shift in the league scores a power play goal.
I like the campus and the city. I've always liked ever since I was a little kid. Used to come for hockey tournaments and stuff. I had a great time. Played on 2 really good teams. Have a lot of hockey memories. I think I made it to 2 finals here in the Beanpot. We made it to a tournament, so that was fun. With myself, I think we have 3 or 4 guys in the NHL, and I think a couple guys in the minors from my class alone. They've definitely produced a lot of NHL players. We still brag to the other guys that it's the best conference in hockey. I think, their facilities obviously help them draw. You look at the rink and the gym, and, being a little smaller of a guy and developing physically was very big for me. Learn, how to use your body as a smaller defenseman, how to create offense if that's your game, which mine was. So it definitely helped me.
Loading up his Glendenning, he scores! Adam Glendenning with a wrist shot from the point beats Reimer.
My name is Jordan Greenway, and I'm from Kent, New York. My family is actually a pretty big hockey family. I started playing at around the age of probably 3. If I had to hang out with any celebrity, it would be Blake Lively. My favorite NHL player is Ryan Getzlaf. My favorite sport other than hockey is Ultimate Frisbee. If I could be one superhero, it would be the Hulk. My favorite food is pizza. My top song in my headphones, I Love This Life. The one penalty they should do away with in hockey is goaltender interference. I would sing Margaritaville at karaoke night. If I was stranded on a desert island, I would want to be with Blake Lively.
Still controls the puck. Drops it back on the point now for Kelleher. Brennan shot, tipped by Greer, scores! Greer, a power play goal!
My older brother, Chris, he's about 5 years older than me. He started playing, and just being the younger brother, I followed him to the rink, and I kind of enjoyed it, and the rest of it's kind of history. I love football, but hockey was kind of something I had some success in, a little bit different than what the family was doing, and I enjoyed doing it, and I think it was good for my dad too. It gave him something different to talk about at the dinner table.
Back on the point, the man's up. Couldn't get it by Greer, and here's Mike Greer, his second breakaway of the night on Allison. Score!
I was usually the only black kid on the team, but I was fortunate enough to always have good coaches and good teammates and treated me with respect and stuck up for me when things were said or done out in the ice that probably weren't appropriate. I always had someone out there who had my back. I really owe my mom a lot of credit. As I got older, she told me the best way to get people back is to put the puck in the net. So that's what I started doing as I got older. If someone said something or did something, I always just tried to score some goals and win the game and hurt them that way.
Here's Greer at the line. Greer moving it over, cutting in is Chris O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan, they score! Greer, the power play goal!
Wherever I was, for the most part, I tried to be part of a group that had inner city kids who were interested in the sport, but probably couldn't afford it or hadn't had a lot of exposure to it. Let those kids see that, you know, maybe hockey can help you get in a college education and things like that. And I think that kind of gets lost on the public. What a great game hockey is. It's fast and fun and physical, and I think a lot of kids, if they get into it, I think they'd really enjoy it.
O'Sullivan out in front, Greer scores! Second goal of the night for Greer. That's number 7 for Greer in the last 3 games.
Nowadays, you're seeing more and more black players in the league, so if I could have played a little part in that, then you know, that's pretty special and pretty cool for me to do. There's a lot of guys, you know, Willie O'Ree and Tony McKegney and Grant Fuhr, guys who were there before me, who gave me someone to look up to. So if I was able to help some of the kids who are in the league now have someone to look up to, then you know, that's pretty special and it's something I'm proud of. I just always was attracted to the school. You know, I always loved the atmosphere of the college games, the band, the crowd, the school spirit, and my dad always used to try and take us to the Beanpot. Watching, you know, Monty and Kachuk and McEachran, those guys, I just loved the way they play and the energy they had. And Coach Parker always just seemed to bring out the best in those guys, and they always seemed to be winning the Beanpot. You know, it was an honor to be able to play for him, and I owe him a lot as well. You know, he taught me a lot about the game, about playing defensively, and he trusted me to kill penalties and things like that came in handy for me in my pro career. So, you know, I'm very thankful to him as well. One of the best experiences of my hockey life. The way the team played throughout the whole year was awesome, and to actually fulfill a goal like that, and something as a kid you always dream of winning that championship. So it was, you know, something I cherish to this day. It was nothing I really was expecting. So for it to play that long is something I'm proud of, and I owe a lot of people thanks for helping me throughout the years get there and achieve whatever success I had.
Coming up, it's NCAA tournament time for the BU Terriers.
Welcome to the 2016 NCAA Hockey Championship Selection Show. Boston University.
Yeah! So the boys from Boston are off to St. Paul, Minnesota to take on the University of Denver in the West Regional. And it's all next, right here on BU Terriers All Access.
Here's Kachuk. Kachuk scores! Keith Kachuk.
You know, I think once you grow up in Boston, you want to stick around there. There's so many great opportunities in this area to go to college and play college hockey. So it was pretty easy decision to come here to BU. You knew if you went here, you had a real good shot of getting to that next level. You know, he had a great reputation of winning the big games. Having some of the players they had here, you know, before me really helped my decision. We played University of Maine in the finals, and we ended up winning it in overtime, and I think Sean McEachran scored, and you know, it was just a great feeling in the Boston Garden. You know, it's what every young hockey player dreamed of. That whole year overall was very exciting, the ups and downs we went through, and to be able to play with some great players like that was something I'll always, you know, remember. Two of the greatest college players, I think Tony Monte and Sean McEachran, you know, that year, that couple of years in college and hockey were some of the best players around who made it to the next level. You know, it was a great experience. I mean, you know, you have a great coach, you're close to home, you get a chance to play in the Beanpot, which a lot of people on the outside don't realize how important the Beanpot is. And I had a blast. Obviously, I owe a lot to Jack for, you know, having faith in me, you know, giving me a chance to play here at Boston U.
Kachuk controlling the puck off right wing, centers, got it back and scores!
For the 34th time in their long and storied history, the Boston University Terriers are in the NCAA tournament. This time around, the team is on a charter flight headed to St. Paul, Minnesota for the West Regionals and a showdown against the University of Denver Pioneers.
you to the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. We'd like to wish you a lot of luck in your tournament.
After a long journey, the guys are hungry, so it's time for the customary team dinner and also time to start getting ready. Game day at the Xcel Energy Center. It's time. After countless workouts and practices, after thousands of miles of travel and 38 games, it's now or never for the BU Terriers. Win and they advance, lose and their season is over.
Played all year to be in this moment. I want you to enjoy it more than anything. I want you to be the aggressor. I want you to play with conviction. 60 minutes of Terrier hockey, fast and physical. Trust each other and just do your job. We'll start with Grizzy and Johnny McLeod with JFK's line. Let's go.
As we're underway here in St. Paul. Here's McAvoy moving in. Nice forehand to back.
The Terriers press early, but it is not their night. Denver pounces on every opportunity.
Coming back, this is Terry. There's a chance, they score! Denver's on the board! Off on the far wing, Lane drives it right on. There's another goal for Denver, and it comes from Dylan Gambrell.
But at the end of the first period, it's 2-0 Denver.
You just got to keep playing hard and playing the smart way. Let's go have a better period here.
Come on, up here, let's go. Let's go. Come on, hard 20. Let's go.
As the game wears on, the Pioneers widen their lead.
3-0 Pioneers.
But BU fights to the end. Danny O'Regan breaks the shutout, and senior Mike Moran adds one final goal to his career total. Before the horn sounds, officially ending the 2015-2016 season for Boston University. Up next, we'll take a look back at the Terriers' memorable season and hear from the team's seniors one last time when BU Terriers All Access continues. In 1972, at the Boston Garden, the BU Terriers met Cornell for the national championship. Behind a dominating power play and the goaltending of Tim Regan, who stopped all 39 shots and was named Most Outstanding Player, the Terriers won their second straight national title, shutting out the Big Red 4-0. Coached by the legendary Jack Kelly, the Terriers are one of only 4 teams to ever win back-to-back national championships. Boston University's NCAA regional loss has ended their season. And while it's a tough moment for everyone in the program, it is especially bittersweet for the team's seniors.
These seniors mean so much to our program, and they mean so much to me personally just because, you know, they were sophomores when I got the job, and we've been through an awful lot. They mean so much to our program. They're incredible people.
I think when I started getting recruited to play college hockey, I had like 4 schools I really wanted to go to. BU was one of them, so as soon as Buddy Powers called me on the phone, I had some butterflies in my stomach, and I was pretty set on coming here, especially after my visit. I just fell in love with the place.
Eichel takes his shot, save made, rebound, score! Danny O'Regan wins it in overtime!
You know, just to be part of such a historic, just awesome place. It's just always a dream come true. I mean, it's always what I want to do.
Grizzly, and it's deflected in, and they score Mike Moran.
It's obviously very important for me not only to be able to play here, but be able to graduate from BU is really special. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Right to the doorstep, score! Terriers lead! Adi Oxinen!
We've gone through so much together that I'm probably going to miss
Just sitting here in the locker room with those guys and seeing them every day.
We have an unbelievable group of guys. My class, from Grizzy down, Britt, Joe, Mike, Larry, Ali, Sam does a video. The whole team, it's not just the guys on the ice. We're a whole big group here, and you know, they do things that, like I said before, that no one notices.
I loved my job. I mean, I had a blast these 3 years. Kind of found a family that I kind of grew up with. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Lane sends it down low. Pickenich goes back behind the net. In front for Lane. He scores! It's Matt Lane!
There's no other school in the country probably that has a better tradition than this. So just to be a part of it was going to be, you know, it was a goal for me when I was growing up, and to be a part of like this tradition and gets close into my 4th year here was something special.
I have to say it's most special playing in front of you know, the alumni and the people who've played here before. It's such a rich tradition to BU. Just makes you really want to put on that sweater. And I was attracted as soon as I stepped foot on campus here. I just really like the whole culture that they have at BU, and I'm definitely happy that I made this decision to come here.
It's a sad day for me personally because can't say enough about this guy.